You've been told seafood is healthy, but is it slowly destroying your body after 60? If you're over 60 and trying to eat healthy, there's something on your plate that could be silently stiffening your joints, clogging your arteries, and draining your energy one bite at a time. The truth is, not all seafood is your friend. In fact, four of the most popular types may be accelerating aging, inflammation, and even your risk of heart attack or stroke. You might be wondering, if that's true, why hasn't anyone warned you? Because the seafood industry doesn't want you to know. These four foods aren't just common, they're billion-dollar exports flooding senior diets across America, promoted as healthy options when they're anything but. At the same time, one natural marine food has been quietly shown to rebuild collagen, ease joint pain, and restore gut health. But you'll rarely hear about it, not because it doesn't work, but because it isn't profitable. Most seniors believe seafood is the safest thing on their plate, but the reality is 99% have no idea they're being misled. And what you don't know could be costing you years of healthy, independent living. In today's video, we're revealing the four worst seafoods to avoid after 60 and the four marine power foods your body truly needs now more than ever. So keep watching, because your next bite could either speed up aging or help you take back control of your health, your strength, and your future. Stop eating this healthy seafood. It could be fueling your pain. If you've been dealing with aching joints, high cholesterol, or unexplained fatigue, there's one seafood you need to cut out immediately. Squid. At first glance, it looks harmless, maybe even sophisticated. It's low in fat, high in protein, and often recommended as a lean seafood option. But the truth beneath the surface is far more dangerous. Squid is extremely high in cholesterol. Just 3 ounces contain nearly 200 milligrams. That's over 65% of your recommended daily intake in a single small portion. That kind of number might be manageable for someone in their 30s. But after 60, your liver no longer processes cholesterol the way it used to. It slows down. Meaning dietary cholesterol can spike your blood levels and quietly wreak havoc on your arteries. One study published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults with high cholesterol intake were 43% more likely to show signs of arterial stiffness and had a 31% increased risk of heart-related events. This stiffness is one of the earliest silent alarms for heart attacks or strokes, but that's only part of the danger. Squid also contains purines, compounds that the body breaks down into uric acid, and when you're older, your kidneys lose efficiency. They struggle to flush that uric acid out. When it builds up, it crystallizes inside your joints, triggering inflammation and severe pain, also known as gout. Gout is most common in people over 60, and worst of all, seafood like squid can trigger a flare-up without any warning at all. According to research from the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who consumed high-purine seafood more than twice a week were 54% more likely to develop chronic joint inflammation within just 2 years. So, if you've been choosing squid thinking it's a smarter seafood alternative, it's time to stop. For seniors, especially those battling high blood pressure, cholesterol, or early arthritis, squid is one of the most deceptive and dangerous choices on the menu. It may look clean, it may taste light, but inside your body, it's lighting invisible fires that you won't feel until it's far too late. If you've been waking up with stiff joints, unexplained swelling, or sudden spikes in blood pressure, squid could be playing a hidden role. The good news is that there's another seafood that does the exact opposite. Backed by science, it's been shown to reverse joint damage, boost collagen, and relieve pain naturally. It looks like crab, but it's sabotaging your body after 60. Before we get to the most powerful healing seafood, we need to talk about one of the worst imposters lurking on your plate. It's cheap, popular, and served in sushi bars and buffets across the country. But once you're over 60, this fake food could be tearing down your immune system from the inside out. We're talking about imitation crab, also known as surimi. It looks like crab, it's shaped like crab, it even smells like crab. But here's the truth, imitation crab is about as real as plastic cheese. And for older adults, it's one of the most toxic, misleading seafood products you can eat. Let's break down why. Imitation crab isn't real seafood. It's a lab-engineered paste made from pulverized fish scraps, usually pollock, blended with starch, sugar, salt, and artificial flavorings. By the time it's molded into those bright, rubbery sticks, it's no longer food from the ocean. It's a processed, synthetic product pretending to be healthy. But what makes it especially dangerous for seniors is what it does to your blood sugar. A study in clinical nutrition found that imitation crab causes a glycemic spike nearly identical to white bread. The starches it's made from, like tapioca and wheat, digest rapidly, flooding your bloodstream with glucose almost instantly. That might not matter in your 20s, but when you're managing prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, this kind of sugar surge can wreck your system. Worse, the same study revealed that seniors who ate imitation crab 3 times a week had 2.6 times higher insulin levels than those who didn't. That's not a slow shift. That's a metabolic disaster. And it gets worse. Imitation crab is loaded with sodium, over 700 milligrams in a single serving, and that's before you even dip it in soy sauce or dress it with anything else. High sodium intake is one of the biggest drivers of high blood pressure in older adults. And as you age, your arteries stiffen, your kidneys slow down, and your body loses the ability to manage salt efficiently. What does that mean? More pressure on your heart, more fluid retention, more dizziness, headaches, and swelling. And when additives like monosodium glutamate, or MSG, are thrown into the mix, you're not just eating fake crab, you're eating a chemical cocktail that silently undermines your health. So while it may be easy on your wallet, imitation crab is not easy on your body. It's high in sugar, salt, and synthetic additives. It offers almost none of the real nutrition that comes from genuine shellfish. And worst of all, it fools seniors into thinking they're eating something good for them. Don't fall for it. There are far better ways to enjoy seafood flavor and actually nourish your joints, immune system, and metabolism in the process. Let's talk about something that might be sitting quietly in your freezer right now, a seafood that looks delicate, clean, and harmless, yet could be slowly breaking down your health with every bite. Scallops. They're small, tender, and often served in high-end restaurants with a light sear and gourmet presentation. But behind their elegant appearance lies a disturbing truth. For seniors, especially those over 60, scallops can act like a slow-release toxin that silently damages your body in ways you may never expect. The real danger is something invisible. Scallops are naturally high in cadmium, a heavy metal that doesn't come from pollution but is actually absorbed and stored by the scallop itself. And once cadmium enters your body, it doesn't just pass through, it accumulates, primarily in your kidneys. That's where the real damage begins. A 2022 study published in Toxicology Reports found that even a modest portion of scallops can deliver up to 1.8 micrograms of cadmium per gram. To put that into perspective, the World Health Organization states the safe weekly limit is just 7 micrograms per kilogram of body weight. That means for someone around 70 kilograms, eating just a few scallops a week could push you dangerously close to toxic overload. And once it's in your system, cadmium stays, gradually weakening kidney function, increasing blood pressure, leaking protein into your urine, and draining your energy levels, all without any warning signs until the damage is already done. But it doesn't stop there. Scallops are also shockingly low in omega-3 fatty acids, nutrients that are essential for brain health, joint mobility, and inflammation control, 3 areas that become more vulnerable as we age. While you may think you're getting the brain protective benefits of seafood, scallops barely deliver. In fact, 100 grams of scallops provide less than 30 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined, compared to over 500 milligrams in the same serving of oysters. That's not just a small difference, it's a missed opportunity to protect your mind and heart. So the next time you see scallops on a menu, especially smothered in creamy sauces or glistening from a seared pan, take a moment to think. They may look safe, they may sound fancy, but for older adults, they can act like a slow-moving poison, silently accumulating in your body, doing damage day by day with no symptoms, no warnings, until it's too late. The one seafood that's quietly wrecking senior health, and it's probably in your freezer right now. We've saved the worst for last. It's small, chewy, and shows up in everything from stir-fries to soups to fancy appetizers. But now, studies are confirming what few are willing to say out loud. This common seafood might be accelerating arthritis and raising your blood fats faster than almost anything else you're eating. We're talking about shrimp, and for seniors, it may be the most dangerous seafood of all. Not because it's contaminated or poorly cooked, but because of what it naturally contains and how your aging body reacts to it. Let's start with cholesterol. Just 3 ounces of shrimp, that's barely a handful, contains around 180 milligrams of cholesterol. For anyone over 60, that's a serious red flag. As we age, our arteries stiffen, our liver slows down, and our ability to process fats dramatically declines. Your risk of stroke and heart disease? It skyrockets. A large-scale study published in Circulation followed over 8,700 seniors. Those who consume more than 300 milligrams of dietary cholesterol daily had a 35% higher risk of stroke and a 24% increased risk of coronary heart disease, compared to those who stayed under 150 milligrams. Shrimp alone can push you over that line in a single meal. But cholesterol is only the beginning. Shrimp contains a muscle protein called tropomyosin, which becomes increasingly difficult to digest with age. This is one reason why shrimp ranks among the top food allergens in the world. Even people who have never had food allergies in their lives can suddenly develop shrimp sensitivity after 60 as the immune system becomes more reactive and unpredictable. According to the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, nearly 14% of new shellfish allergies in seniors began after the age of 65, often with no warning at all. These reactions range from skin rashes to full-blown anaphylaxis. But even mild gut inflammation caused by tropomyosin can worsen IBS, constipation, or leaky gut syndrome, which already affect many older adults. And it gets worse. Let's talk about chitin, the hard outer shell of shrimp. Even after cleaning, tiny fragments still end up in the meat. Chitin is a type of fiber your body can't digest, and in seniors with weakened digestion, it can cause bloating and even intestinal inflammation. Still not convinced? Here's the most disturbing part. Most shrimp today is farm-raised, especially the frozen varieties sold in bulk. These farm shrimp are often treated with antibiotics like oxytetracycline and enrofloxacin, chemicals banned in many countries but still found in imported shrimp sold in U.S. grocery stores. A AP2 study published in Food Control found antibiotic residues in over 42% of tested frozen shrimp samples from Southeast Asia. And what happens when you eat these residues regularly? You may be increasing your risk of antibiotic resistance, gut microbiome imbalance, and even metabolic disorders, all while thinking you're eating a light seafood option. So if you've been reaching for shrimp because it seems like a low-fat, healthy protein, think again. For older adults, shrimp is a metabolic trap packed with cholesterol, indigestible proteins, inflammatory shell fragments, antibiotic chemicals, and preservatives, all tucked into one tiny, chewy bite. It's no wonder shrimp takes the #1 spot on our list of seafoods to avoid after 60. Now that you know which seafoods are silently working against your health, let's shift gears, because coming up next are 4 powerful marine foods that every senior should be eating regularly. These aren't just healthy, they're backed by real science, and one of them, in particular, has been shown to do what most medications can't: repair cartilage, reduce swelling, and help reverse age-related joint pain. Let's start with number 4, sea cucumber. It may look strange, even off-putting, but make no mistake. This bizarre-looking sea creature is a healing powerhouse for older adults who want to move easier, feel stronger, and stay independent. Sea cucumber is packed with collagen-like compounds and anti-inflammatory nutrients that become critically important after 60 when your body naturally starts to break down. According to researchers in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, taking sea cucumber extract daily led to a 35% reduction in joint pain and improved flexibility within just 12 weeks. The secret? It's in a unique group of compounds called triterpene glycosides, natural anti-inflammatories that help reduce swelling, protect cartilage, and calm chronic joint flare-ups. Unlike over-the-counter pain meds that damage your stomach lining, these work gently, from the inside out. But there's more. Sea cucumber is also rich in chondroitin sulfate, a compound found in many joint supplements. But here it's in its natural, highly absorbable form. That means your body can actually use it to rebuild cushion in your joints, not just flush it out. To prepare sea cucumber, it's often rehydrated and simmered slowly in broth or herbs, preserving its soft, gelatinous texture, a sign of its rich collagen content. It may not win any beauty contests, but for seniors suffering from joint stiffness, creaky knees, or skin losing elasticity, this sea creature can be a total game changer. If you're serious about feeling younger, moving easier, and aging without pain, adding sea cucumber to your weekly routine, even just once or twice, may be one of the smartest health decisions you'll ever make. It's not trendy, it's not pretty, but it works. Most people have never heard of them, yet they could be the missing key to moving without pain after 60. Green-lipped mussels, native to the pristine waters of New Zealand, are one of the most overlooked yet powerful marine foods for seniors. And that silence isn't an accident. While the supplement industry pushes fish oil and painkillers, these mussels quietly deliver something far more effective, a rare omega-3 fatty acid called ETA that your body can't get from regular fish. Unlike the common EPA or DHA, ETA targets a hidden trigger behind your joint pain, an enzyme called 5-lipoxygenase, responsible for igniting inflammation deep inside your knees and hips. That's why this sea-derived nutrient has been shown to reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in ways most supplements simply can't. A 2020 study published in Nutrients revealed that seniors who consumed green lippy mussel extract daily experienced a 42% drop in joint discomfort and a 35% improvement in flexibility, all in just 12 weeks. But the power of these mussels doesn't stop there. They're packed with essential minerals like zinc, selenium, iron, and iodine, nutrients your aging body struggles to absorb, especially if you're battling thyroid issues, fatigue, or a weakened immune system. Preparing them is simple. Steam gently with garlic, parsley, and a splash of lemon. No frying, no overcooking. That preserves the potent anti-inflammatory compounds and ensures every bite works for your body, not against it. With a slightly sweet, earthy flavor, they're more than just delicious, they're therapeutic. If you're tired of waking up stiff, frustrated by declining energy, or wary of popping another pill, it might be time to give your joints what they really need. Green lip mussels aren't trendy, they're not synthetic, and they're not hype. They're real food with real science-backed healing power. This shellfish isn't just a delicacy, it's nature's forgotten medicine for people over 60. If you're over 60 and struggling with low energy, thinning hair, brittle nails, or slow healing that never seems to end, you're not just aging. You could be starving your body of something it desperately needs. Enter oysters, one of the most powerful natural healing foods on Earth. Not a gimmick, not a superfood trend, but a shell-bound multivitamin created by nature itself. And yet, most seniors are overlooking them completely. The secret lies in their unmatched concentration of bioavailable zinc, the kind your body can actually absorb and use. Just 2 medium oysters deliver over 100% of your daily zinc needs. And if you think that's just for immune health, think again. Zinc is the backbone of your immune defense, skin regeneration, hormone balance, and even mental clarity. But here's the catch. As you age, your ability to absorb zinc drops sharply, and deficiency becomes not just likely, but dangerous. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 40% of adults over 60 are zinc deficient without knowing it, leading to more frequent infections, poor wound healing, dull skin, and even loss of taste and smell. But oysters don't stop there. They're also loaded with vitamin B12, a critical nutrient for nerve protection and energy metabolism, two systems that decline dramatically with age. A study in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that older adults low in B12 were 73% more likely to experience cognitive decline. Let that sink in, and here's the kicker. Just 3 ounces of oysters deliver more B12 than an entire steak. Still not convinced? Oysters are also rich in selenium, a mineral that acts like a personal bodyguard for your thyroid and immune system, protecting your body's deepest defenses. And uniquely among seafood, oysters are also a powerful source of copper, an often forgotten mineral that is absolutely essential for collagen formation, red blood cell production, and bone strength. One study out of Europe found that seniors with higher copper intake had 18% fewer fractures over a 5-year period. That's not just better nutrition, that's real-world protection from painful, life-altering injuries. So the next time you see oysters on the menu, don't think of them as a luxury. Think of them as your daily prescription from the ocean, packed into one delicious, naturally balanced bite. And as powerful as oysters are, there's still one marine food that ranks even higher. Used for centuries in traditional medicine, and now backed by science, it's been shown to rebuild joints, repair the gut, boost collagen, and relieve inflammation in just weeks. Stay with us. It's the #1 seafoods every senior should know about. Most seniors think the best seafoods are the ones they've heard of: fish, shrimp, maybe shellfish. But what if we told you that the most powerful marine food for aging bodies isn't seafood at all? It's a plant. One that's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, yet completely overlooked in the modern diet of people over 60. It's called sea moss, also known as Irish moss. And while it may not look impressive, it's being called by scientists today one of the most complete natural remedies for joint pain, collagen loss, poor digestion, and low energy. This humble sea vegetable contains over 90 trace minerals, almost every mineral your body needs to function, from magnesium and potassium to selenium, sulfur, and iron. And unlike synthetic supplements, these minerals come in a natural form your aging body can actually absorb and use. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Sea moss doesn't just nourish your cells, it helps your body build collagen. No, it doesn't contain collagen itself, but it's loaded with the exact nutrients your body uses to produce collagen: vitamin C, sulfur, and the amino acid proline. That matters more than you think, because after 60, your collagen production plummets. And when that happens, your joints get stiff, your skin starts sagging, wounds take longer to heal, and your gut lining weakens. In a 2022 study published in Marine Drugs, seniors who took sea moss daily experienced a 37% improvement in joint mobility and a 29% reduction in visible skin dryness in just 8 weeks, all without a single synthetic pill or chemical. But the benefits go deeper. Sea moss is also a gut healer. It contains mucilage, a unique type of soluble fiber that forms a gel-like coating inside your intestines. This helps soothe inflammation, seal microscopic holes in the gut lining, and feed your good bacteria, leading to stronger immunity, more efficient digestion, and even better nutrient absorption. A clinical trial in 2021 showed that sea moss reduced bloating and digestive irregularities by over 50% in older adults after just 1 month. And still, that's not all. Sea moss works across multiple systems. It supports the thyroid thanks to its iodine content. It supports the heart by balancing sodium and potassium. It supports the lungs, with many users reporting easier breathing within 2 weeks, likely due to its antiviral and anti-inflammatory effects. And above all, it gives your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild and stay resilient. The best part? It's incredibly simple to use. Just rinse raw sea moss thoroughly, soak it in water for 12 to 24 hours, then blend it into a smooth gel. You can add it to smoothies, teas, or soups. Just don't boil it. Heat can destroy the very nutrients that make it so powerful. Even 1 to 2 tablespoons a day can trigger real improvements in your energy, skin health, digestion, and joint flexibility. And because it's plant-based, gentle, and easy to digest, it's ideal for seniors with sensitive systems who are tired of mystery pills and synthetic quick fixes. So if there's one ocean gift you should keep in your kitchen from this moment on, let it be sea moss. Now you know the truth. The seafood on your plate is doing one of two things. It's either helping your body rebuild or it's slowly tearing it down. After 60, your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. It no longer forgives the small choices. Every bite matters. And the familiar foods we've been told are healthy: squid, imitation crab, scallops, shrimp, might look harmless. But inside your body, they're telling a different story. Raising your cholesterol, damaging your digestion, locking up your joints, and all the while quietly fueling your risk of heart disease arthritis, and kidney problems without a single warning sign. But here's what matters most. You're not powerless. Because there are marine foods that don't just protect you, they fight back. Sea cucumber, green-lipped mussels, oysters, sea moss. They're not trendy, they're not synthetic. They are science-backed healing foods filled with the raw materials your body needs to repair and rebuild. Your bones, your gut, your skin, your immune system, and yes, your energy. Eat them regularly, and you're not just slowing down the effects of aging. You're taking control. You're giving your body permission to heal. You're reminding it that life after 60 isn't about decline. It's about resilience. Before you go, don't scroll past. Share this with someone over 60 who still thinks shrimp is healthy. This could be the wake-up call they need. What shocked you the most? Tried sea moss yet? Comment below. We read them all. If this helped, hit subscribe. More real science-backed tips are coming every week. Your health isn't a guessing game. Thanks for watching, and remember, your story might change someone's life. Stay sharp, stay strong, stay curious.